An orange level alert across Minnesota because of smoke from those Canadian wildfires. It is in effect through tomorrow morning for more than a dozen communities.
The alert includes Moorhead, Brainerd, Roseau, Alexandria as well. You can feel it really when you step outside. People at risk are encouraged to minimize or avoid physical exertion outside and avoid air pollution sources like fires and traffic altogether. A hot summer day can really be unbearable for some people, but it can be just as uncomfortable or even worse for your pets. Experts now sending out reminders to keep your pets nice and cool for the summer season.
And the Valley Today's Nishay Taylor explains the steps you can take to make sure that your pet is staying happy and healthy. And Nishay, it looks like you have a happy and healthy pet there with you this morning.
Yeah, she finally wanted to stick around and hang out with me. She's been having a good time here in the dog park. But you know, this summer pet owners want to make sure that they are taking the necessary precautions to make sure that their pets are staying cool with these hot days that we have this summer. Now, it is best to keep your pets inside as much as possible. Now, if they do have to go out, experts say do so in the early morning hours or the evening hours, which are typically the coolest. Also, it is strongly advised against keeping your pet unattended in a car. And it's especially important to think about older dogs and those with shorter noses or breathing difficulties.
Pugs or bulldogs or even pets that are maybe seniors, they are a little bit more susceptible to the heat, so keep an eye on them.
Yeah, she's trying to run away here. But, if you happen to have to go out when it's really hot outside, experts say to, keep it short. Keep your time outside from between 10 to 15 minutes. And also some signs to look out for is if your pet is having a heat stroke, they say look out to see if they have any excessive drooling or they're panting heavily, or even if they are becoming lethargic. Those are all signs that they could be suffering from a heat stroke. Reporting live in Fargo, Nishay Taylor, Valley News Live.
Yeah, incredible tips and, safety precautions for many pet owners. We just have to give a shout out, though, to Miss Winnie for making her debut this morning on VNL.
Yeah, she was a great, love the TV, a star in the making there. Move over, Lassie. Okay, Nishay Taylor reporting live this morning. Thank you. We want to get a check of your forecast, though, so we're talking about the extreme heat with your pets, but also for pets and humans. We got to watch out for that smoke today, Lisa.
Yeah, it affects all of us if we're outside and breathing in this smoke-filled air. So I want to talk about some of our sites that are detecting the smoke in the air, and these are our air quality index gauges here. Red Lake, northwest Minnesota. This has been the focal point since even last night of the smoke that's been affecting us here, and we're just under now that very unhealthy category. So some slight improvement there, but still in that unhealthy category and at the top end of it in Red Lake. Over Detroit Lakes, we've kind of been fluctuating a little bit. We're back up, unfortunately, into that orange category, unhealthy for some in Detroit Lakes. So, and then as you go farther south and west, conditions are a little bit better, but we're still dealing with that smoke, and it may worsen as the day goes on. Here's a look at our visibility. This is due to the smoke out there. We're down to only 2 miles for visibility in places like Fargo, the Fosston area, Bemidji checking in at 1.5 miles visibility right now. So that's our lowest number we've seen all morning. So an update there, 2.5 mile visibility in Park Rapids. So the smoke again at the surface, and an update for you in Fargo. We were a little bit on the higher end. Visibility at the airport now half of what it should be. And you can see that here in our Skycam, looking very hazy and smoky in Fargo right now. A look at our current conditions. It's 64 degrees. We do have sun, but it's that little pinpoint of sun in Fargo because of the haze. And Grand Forks is at 58. We've got relatively quiet conditions. If it weren't for the smoke, it'd be a nice start to the day on your Flag Day. And here's a look at our forecast. Expect temperatures to rise back into the 80s. For Fargo, southeastern North Dakota, still pretty hot, getting to about 90 degrees or so with wind that's not too strong out of the north. It's going to be cooler in northwest Minnesota. The smoke sticks around for Thursday, but we're also looking out for a chance for rain, and that will help to clear out that smoke a little bit more toward the end of the week. So a look at your forecast heading into the weekend, 80s, 90s, and some rain chances too.
Okay, keep the VNL weather app handy, though. You can keep getting the constant air quality updates from there, Lisa.
That's right, and we'll continue to keep you updated. You can also access videos where we're analyzing what's going on with the smoke plume as it's working its way through the valley.
Okay, thank you.
WeFest starts just 2 days after marijuana becomes legal to use in the state of Minnesota this summer, but do not bring your smokes. Organizers say that pot will not be allowed at Sioux Pass Ranch.
The new law allows people to smoke at home or at a place with a proper license. However, smoking in public like WeFest is not allowed. Officials say they will have security in place to prevent the drug from getting into the ranch. A 19-year-old driver was cited for reckless driving and not reporting the accident after his car ended up in a lake in Richland County.
Emergency crews rushed to an area south of Hankinson early yesterday morning, pulling the car out of the water while also searching for any victims. Police found the driver a few hours later after he'd left the scene. School lunches are going to cost more for families in Fargo this upcoming school year.
The school board voted last night to bump up the prices between $17 and $26 per year per child. The district says with rising food prices, the cost for the district to produce a meal is 15% more than it was 2 years ago.
About 100 National Guardsmen from Wahpeton are now being deployed to the southern border.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum signed an executive order yesterday declaring an emergency and authorizing the North Dakota National Guard to help Texas secure the U.S.-Mexico border. The deployment is expected to last about 30 days. Minnesota is getting a chance to take part in the Olympics. Minneapolis will be the final stop on the road to the 2024 Olympic Games for gymnasts across the country.
Trials will take place over 9 days next June, kicking off with the USA Gymnastics Championships at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Once that wraps up, the 4-day Olympic trials will begin at the Target Center, determining which gymnasts will represent the USA in Paris next summer. Tickets for the trials go on sale next week. The West Fargo Public Library is now collecting hygiene products for those in need. The Hygiene Product Drive runs through July 31st and will help shelters like the YWCA, Gladys Ray, Churches United, and Dorothy Day House.
You can drop off donations at the service desk of the West Fargo Public Library during regular operating hours. The streets of Las Vegas were even wilder than usual overnight after the Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. They beat the Florida Panthers 9-3 in Game 5 last night in Vegas to win pro hockey's most sought-after trophy.
An incredible night. The Knights game blew open with 4 goals happening in the second period alone. They take home the Stanley Cup in just their 6th year of existence. It's the fastest since the NHL expanded from 6 teams to 12 for the 1967-68 season.
The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on the CW.
Thank you for waking up and joining us on your Flag Day. Take care, everybody.